I'm Brant. He's Chris. We put on a show you just can't miss. He says cowabunga. I say yo, Joe. Welcome to the Chris and Brant Show.
It goes to us.
I was getting there.
No, I know. I was saying all copyright goes to the Chris and Brand Show to us.
Oh, yeah. Copyright, trademark, all that good stuff.
Exactly. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Chris and Brand Show, and hello, everyone on Twitch. This is the first time we're actually doing a Chris and Brand Show. I was just telling Brent right before we went live. This is the first time we're on Twitch.
Yeah, that's awesome.
One thing I love that Comic Frontline's finally doing is we are actually using our Twitch account as we're doing all these live shows. And I hope everybody enjoys them on Twitch. I hope we find a whole bunch of people on Twitch, nice audience. I know there's a lot of people on Twitch looking for more than just video games. However, a lot of video games. And I'm just hoping you guys enjoy it. And I'm hoping that we grow on Twitch as much as we grew and are growing on YouTube. So, as always, if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to click the follow button. We're working towards getting that subscribe button. But till then, you're welcome to follow. We do Comic Book Weekly every Tuesday. The Chris and Brand Show is a monthly show for now. And we also will have we have AEW Aftershock. When we do them live, we'll have AEW Aftershock as well on here. Yeah. But there's some news for AEW Aftershock, but we'll talk about that later on in the show.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we do anything else, I'm checking connection. I am now live on Instagram, on Comic Frontline's Instagram, just letting everybody know that we are doing a live Chris and Brant show right now. So head on over to YouTube or Twitch. That's youtube.com/Comic Frontline or twitch.tv/Comic Frontline and join us live for a brand new episode of the Chris and Brant show, where we'll be taste testing Pop Tarts Cereal and talking all kinds of comics and video games, wrestling, all kinds of cool stuff. So, yeah. All right.
And what's up, Jesse? Jesse has already said greetings from YouTube world.
Sweet.
How you doing, Jesse? Welcome in. So we have a really fun program for tonight, actually. We're going to be talking everything from comic books to video games, like Brant mentioned. I was about to say Toast Crunch.
Toast Crunch. Yeah.
Pop Tarts Cereal, which I'm very interested in seeing how Pop Tarts is. Last time we tried the Sour Patch Kids, we were not happy, and our milk turned sour before the end of the show.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not sure that actually recorded. I don't see it posted.
It could be on the story.
I know it's where I was doing it. I don't know why it's not there.
Is it taking a while to save?
It's not looking like it's doing anything, so. No, I'm going to try it again. Checking connection. Checking connection. You are now live. It says I'm live. I'm trying it again because I'm not sure it saved the last time, but
okay.
We're on Instagram. Let's just do the show. You know, I'll just hold it here and we'll do a little bit of the show. Why not?
Why not? Let's do a little bit of show. We're going to start with, of course, our favorite thing in the world. I'm sorry, I'm trying to bring up something.
To our favorite thing in the world.
Did you delete my laugh?
Your laugh? No, we're in the Chris and Brant show category folder.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm looking.
Oh, yes, I deleted it off CBW, yeah. I had too many banners. I had to get rid of something. So anyway, while he's looking for things, come join us on YouTube or Twitch right now. We are live with Chris and Brant show. Sorry if you're seeing this twice. I just want to make sure that it is actually recording and getting out to you guys. Laugh, he says. I will. Anyway.
So which comic? We have a nice group of comics we want to talk about. We won't be doing Comic Book Weekly for the next 2 weeks. So Brant and I are taking this opportunity to actually talk about a couple of books that won't be discussed because Comic Book Weekly is on a 2-week vacation because of Christmas, followed directly by New Year's.
Yes.
So let's talk Doomsday Clock. Let's talk X-Force. Let's talk He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Let's talk Batman. I forget what issue it is. 35?
85.
85?
35? Where you been?
85. I've been missing for a long time.
I love how you mentioned He-Man when right before the show you were like, let's not talk about He-Man. But it's cool. We both did read it.
That's why.
We both did read it, and we don't have much to say because it wasn't as strong as the first issue, and not a whole lot happened. So
we're not going to talk that much about him.
I didn't really care for the art in this issue. I didn't like Starship He-Man. It was weird.
I was not a fan.
Yeah. So hopefully next issue we'll take it up. But yeah, that's all we really got to say about He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse, if you're wondering. Yes.
Going through the multiverse. I did like the first issue though, I will say that.
The first issue was good. It was a nice setup, but then you took us to a weird place and things got a little strange.
Too much out of the
Yeah. But they were trying to explore different kind of He-Man. So yeah.
And then they continue to do that.
Yep. But yeah, we got some big books to talk about. X-Force, I know you didn't get a chance to fully read, so let's get that one out of the way first. In this issue, Professor X is back, and they are trying to figure out what's going on, what the strike team is all about. And
I'm still here. I just had to fix something a minute.
Okay, no, that's fine. So the strike, a new strike team attacks a pharmaceutical company that Professor X has, and we learn that Professor X has all these different companies that he actually owns, and he's like a billionaire, but he just keeps it on the lowdown, which was kind of interesting. So they're trying to do all that, and they send out Domino, Wolverine, and Quentin Quire to investigate. Long story short, the gate to Krakoa closes on Wolverine, splitting him completely in half and decapitating Quentin Quire. Spoilers, by the way.
Oh my God, we forgot the one important thing in this world. Spoiler alert.
Yes, and I'm trying to find it now so I can just do it real quick.
Just go to Comic Book Weekly.
Spoilers. There we go. Sorry about that for anybody that hadn't read X-Force. I do apologize for that. I did not mean to spoil it. But yeah, so major implications there. Obviously, though, they have the resurrection protocols and everything. But the question is, these strike teams have been able to get in and actually kill Professor X, a couple issues ago, and also now they've been able to break into their records and access their computers and get all this information and get access to their funds and all this stuff. So they are strategically and surgically dissecting the X-Men at this point. So will we get to a point where they figure out how to end all this resurrection protocol and stuff? So, I mean, implications there.
That's what I'm wondering, if that's what they do. If they end that means Dead is dead, period. Which, again, that's kind of weird that Dead isn't dead with the X-Men right now.
Yeah, it is weird, but it's still kind of cool because you get to see all your favorite X-Men come back, and your not so favorite.
Or at least Professor X.
Yeah, Professor X and now Wolverine, of course, he's got a healing factor, but I don't know if you can come back from being split in half. I'm not sure.
Well, you can Deadpool did it. Half. You can get his bottom half and just put him.
Yeah, just merge them together. Maybe they'll
merge them. It's like Deadpool. You just get those two pieces and put them back together again.
Exactly, but poor Quentin Quire, man.
No,
he lost his head.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, so they'll have to try to bring him back. But yeah, just interesting stuff going on. And we finally actually got an X-Force team, and that's who that was. They were kind of strike team for figuring all this stuff out, and they just took the team out just like that. So interesting stuff. It's gonna be a fun ride to see how this story plays out.
It's one of my favorite X-Men book, next to X-Men.
Yeah, exactly. Mine too. I did think the art was a little rushed in this issue, but we had 2 issues back-to-back weeks, so maybe that played into it.
That could be a huge factor to why.
Yeah, it could be. So let's save Doomsday Clock.
I think
so much to talk about. Yeah. So Batman 85, last issue of City of Bane. It's the culmination of this long Tom King story that we've been reading for eons now.
And it's an oversize.
But there were several pages in there that it was just fighting and stuff like that. So it wasn't super intense with the dialogue and everything, and there was no poetry but no, it was actually a good ending. I really enjoyed this issue.
I love the Batman Catwoman. I love the kind of like the whole journey from issue 1 all the way to 85, like where they ended up now.
Yeah.
Thomas Wayne, he got what he deserved. That's for sure.
Yeah, they broke Thomas Wayne, and then Bane broke him further.
Exactly. So Thomas Wayne's apparently now part of the Arkham family, and Bane made sure to indoctrinate him.
Yeah, and
back family.
I love the romance with Batman and Catwoman, where they're like, let's get married, and then they just kind of lose time because they're reconnecting and everything, and then it's like, oh, we forgot to get married. You know what? We don't need that. So we kind of get them together and kind of still not. So it's weird. I don't know where that's going, but
I know where it's going. Batman, Catwoman.
Well, of course, but I don't know if they're actually going to get married eventually, or if they're just going to be together. So either way, it's fitting. They're together for now, and it's good. All is right with how it should have ended.
Well,
35 issues ago with that.
There's an indication they might with one of the stories that come out of Doomsday Clock, possibly.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. So we'll talk about that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so I mean, it was a good, solid ending. It was really strong in the beginning of his arc, and then there was that big middle part that was just like, oh, he's slogging through it.
Yeah, shoot me in the head.
Yeah, but then I think last issue was okay, and this issue was just really touching, and it was a good finale for this arc. So I was impressed with it, and it was fine. I didn't even feel like it was that long, like with the extra pages. It didn't feel overwhelming to me. So
I got through it fairly quickly.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah. So good issue. Anything else with it?
No, I thought it was a very good issue. Good conclusion.
Okay. And so before we get into the Doomsday Clock, did you want to talk any more about Superman's identity reveal, or did you not want to go there? I don't know.
I don't mind going there. Again, our good friend Sweet actually shared something on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it. He shared it with Frontline, you, myself, Kat. I think he also shared it with Mike Spiderslayer.
Well, maybe I did see it.
It was an article that kind of gave a little bit more insight on Superman revealing his identity. It's a lot of what Sweet's original argument during our live show was about the social media era.
Yeah.
And again, I said,
yeah.
And again, I said, it's just not a direction I'm interested in seeing with Superman. Granted, we're in the new era, you can say there's 1,000 stories you can tell now that Superman's, outed his identity. I could tell you there's 1,000,000 stories you could tell with Superman remaining Clark Kent and Superman separately. Would I have been upset if they just told Perry and Jimmy or a handful of other people? No, I just don't feel like the world knowing Clark Kent is Superman. It does change the playing field. It's just not a playing field that I'm interested in. A few people are. I know there are a lot of people that are. Newer generation people are interested. A lot of people from my generation and older than my generation are not. A lot of us liked it the way it was. And I'm just not willing to follow Superman into this path. I love the issue. I thought there were good emotional moments that he put in Superman 17. Or was it 18 that just happened?
19, wasn't it?
No, I think
it was 18. It was
18 then. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think he had good hits with 18. There were good emotional moments. I just don't agree with the direction, and that's why I chose to drop Superman, because it doesn't feel like my Superman anymore. It doesn't feel like the Superman I read when I was younger. Granted, and I've said this to people who complain about things that are new. As you move forward, change is constant. Superman's going to change constantly. I just feel like this is way too much out of the norm for Superman, in my opinion, especially after we just went through the New 52 Superman, which really hurt Superman for me for 6 years. I'm just not willing to go down that rabbit hole again for another 6 years before they fix it.
Now, see, for me, I have a bit of a differing perspective with it. I think it's very in line with who Superman is, as he's like all for truth and honesty and justice and all that. And so I could see someone like Superman coming to the realization that, hey, I'm being dishonest with the people of the world, and I need to lay it all out there. I can see it going that direction, but at the same time, I also know that it's comics, and eventually you're going to put that back in the box, and something's going to fix it. And
it's like Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Spider-Man, that was like what? a year or two of Spider-Man, the world knowing Peter Parker was Spider-Man, and then they threw it right back to the original.
Yeah, so it's always going to go back, but it's an interesting story to tell. What do you do when you know those two are the same, and then how does it affect all his supporting cast, all the people he loves, and all that stuff? But the difference with between Spider-Man and Superman is Superman can be in a lot more places a lot faster than Spider-Man can, and he has a lot more of a collective of heroes that could watch out for his people than Spider-Man typically would. So I think he's a little bit safer, is what I'm saying. But I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Let's see. Jesse said we all know that something will happen that will reset the story and they'll go back to status quo. Of course, yeah.
And then SM Down mentioned something about even in the in an era we're in now, Flash blurring his face, Batman having technology. There's always a way to, in Batman Superman, he had the voice changer.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you're going to go down that route with, as we said on Comic Book Weekly, with paparazzi, they will be in your bushes, in your trash can. They will find you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. No matter how much technology and security you have, they're going to figure out a way to find out who's who and what's what.
I like this statement. The glasses he uses as Clark have subtle hypnotism abilities. That's how he kept Clark, who looks like Superman, still a secret. It's canon. I could believe that. That actually makes more sense than just to say, well, the entire DC universe is completely stupid and you just slick your hair back and put glasses on and you're a different person.
Right. Exactly.
That makes more sense. So I didn't even know that, Jesse. So that's actually a good point.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. So I don't know. I'd already dropped Superman. I'm curious to see. I'll probably pick up the next issue just to see where it goes from there. I'm still upset about the continuity between that and Justice League and everything else going on. All the continuity is screwed up in DC right now.
And that's another thing. Maybe after Year of the Villain, because the way Bendis was defending it, he was like, nothing's permanent and stuff like that. He just likes to kind of goat fans sometimes a lot. So this could be something that's temporary. This could be just like a moment for a while, and then something will happen, and that part of history will be erased, or that part, once the story's over, that part will be undone somehow. Maybe Perry will keep the secret, maybe Jimmy as well. Which again, I'm fine with that. But when you go into, the entire world, I know a lot of people are okay with it. First of all, I don't like Brian Michael Bendis' writing on Superman, and I think, Brant, after a while, you agree that his writing is not the best for Superman, and that already pushed me away from Superman. Just this extra thing just made it, just put like the last nail in the coffin, and I dropped Superman in the New 52 for a couple of months, and then I ended up going back and picking up the issues I missed and sticking around. I don't see myself going back this time. I even said, I don't like putting definite, saying, oh, I dropped Superman again, that's it, I'm never going back to it. So I won't say that, because you never know what the future holds. But I will say I did physically stop buying Superman comics. I fully dropped it this time. It's not like, oh, I dropped it, but I still get the books. I just don't review it. I dropped it. Will I pick Superman up again in the future? Maybe. I don't think I'll pick up any more Superman books with Bendis' name on it. And as we all know, Bendis likes to stay on books for a long time. So I'll probably be 40 years old by the time Superman goes into a new writer's hands. So we'll see.
It's possible. We'll see. All right. So that brings us to Doomsday Clock, issue number 12, the final issue of this story that took way too long to get to this point. But there's some serious stuff to unpack here. And if you have not read Doomsday Clock, issue number 12, I do
not watch this part. Yes. Skip it, mute us, whatever. When you see us grab the cereal, we're done.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's next.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, because there's a lot we're going to spoil here, because there's a lot of stuff that happened towards the end of the issue that we got to talk about. So,
oh yeah, and there's one thing that involves Superman that almost brought me back in to getting physical issues again, but it didn't help, because again, this was something that should have been done a while ago, and I think DC did a good job not showing that until now.
Yeah, exactly. So just to talk about the issue as a whole, It was basically Superman getting through to Dr. Manhattan and kind of changing his mind. That's basically what we saw happen here. You had everybody coming in.
Dr. Manhattan thought Superman was going to kill him, but then in the end it turned, as the issue went on, it showed that Superman actually protected him from somebody who tried to kill him instead.
Yeah. So before that, everybody was coming at Superman for what happened in Russia, still blaming him for that. So you had that going on, and you had Superman trying to deal with all that, and at the same time trying to get Dr. Manhattan to help and kind of turn away from the thought process that he was going on. And in the long run, Dr. Manhattan realized that, as Superman pointed out, that there was a third option. It wasn't just you kill me, I kill you. There's this other option to actually look at things differently and see where you could actually fix this. And so it prompts him to go back in time and fix all the stuff that he disrupted and this was all after he got face to face with Superman and said, I'm the reason your parents are dead.
Superman didn't kill him for that, which I'm actually not surprised he didn't kill him for that, because Superman doesn't believe in killing. So
right. But I mean, you would think it, but he realized that
I would, yeah.
But Superman showed his intelligence here, where he's like, you know what, I can turn this around. Maybe I get my parents back, which he does. And that's
it. That's where the start of the changes.
Yes.
Or the change of they brought Superboy back.
Yeah.
So Superman was Superboy. I don't know if he was public though. This could be he was only Superboy in the Legion of Superheroes, and he just happened to save. So.
I love quick. I love when the Legion came in and they said, "Do you remember us now?" And he goes, "Imra." And so it was just that little moment. It's like, okay, cool. But go ahead.
But yeah, no, I like that the Superboy costume came in. So originally, Dr. Manhattan killed Martha and Jonathan Kent. They drove off the road, crashed into a tree, and died on him. Well, no, they got hit by a car and died. So when he went to fix reality, the car skidded off the road instead and was going to hit a tree. That's when Clark comes in as Superboy and saves Martha and Jonathan. And even the conversation before that, where he's going to a dance, changes to where they're like, we had the JSA in our time. Maybe it's finally your time. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe he found the Legion of Superheroes and he's Superboy in the future, but not in the present. Because I believe that's still canon, that he only was Superboy in Legion, and then when he came back, he was just Clark Kent until he grew up. I don't know. They didn't really tell us much about him being young growing up, so we don't know if he was Superboy, and moved to Metropolis and became Superman. But they did bring back the canon of Clark as Superboy in the Legion of Superheroes, and his parents are alive again.
Yeah, and like you said, the reestablish the JSA was there and they existed and all that. So he rewrote that. He gave that actor that he had been talking to throughout time. He actually gave him a better ending, and that guy had a long career and a long, successful life and everything. So that was kind of cool. You got to see his what he wanted to happen, but he couldn't change his own destiny because it would change everything. So you got to see his wishes and dreams, what he would have had happen. And so I mean it was a really, really strong issue, and such a beautiful way to end this. You had so many characters get a happy ending. Even Mime and Marionette got a happy ending. But that kind of, but because they were promised to see their son, and he said, yeah, you'll see your son eventually, but you got a daughter coming on the way, so you got that to look forward to.
You don't need your son anymore.
You don't need your son for a while, because I got some plans for him, which is kind of where we get into things. One thing that, before we get into all the little teasers, one thing I really liked was they talked about the shifting forward of Superman's timeline, and how every crisis or every era throughout comic history and to come kind of shifts things forward. Little things change. In one version, the Kents have a little baby boy when they find Clark. In another version, they have a 3-year-old daughter, and it just keeps changing and
then
reinventing.
they also in a different era, right? It brings back the Elseworld tales in a way, which I like.
Yeah.
There were so many. It just opens the door right back up to where DC was with Elseworld, with Superman fixing Superman. We'll get into the teasers, and one thing I really did like before we get into the teasers was it kind of fixes the Watchmen universe. The way it was undone in a way, and now it's continuing forward.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he got rid of the nuclear bombs.
Right. So
the entire universe.
It happened. The nuclear bomb never happened. So everybody who died is now alive. The Watchmen are still mostly there. I don't know. I think the moment with comedian still happened though.
Yeah,
that still happened. He's dead. But I do like that they kind of he undid what destroyed the Watchmen in the very end of the series, and kind of opened up the door to their stories continuing.
Yeah, and set up new characters where we could visit them down the line, which we'll talk about that in a minute.
Right.
Yeah. So let's see. We already covered the Earth 2. So one thing they established was Earth 1985, which is pre-crisis Earth still exists.
It's alive again. He brought that back. Yeah. Pre-crisis Superman and the entire universe is still out there.
Yeah. So that was
that touch.
Yeah. Also, Earth 52. So the new 52 universe is still out there, and it's its own separate thing.
It's the very last universe.
Yeah, exactly. We got teasers for a storyline with in 2020 next year, which sees old gods once again warping the metaverse. So that's going to be interesting. That's kind of a tease of an event that we're pretty sure is going to happen since it was very soon. Mm-hmm. What I thought was interesting was 2025, 5 years from now, a crisis unlike any the metaverse has seen, and they call it the Time Masters. So it's going to involve the Time Stream and the Time Masters and maybe Booster.
And that's right where Superman's identity will go back to normal.
It could be. So I mean,
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. That's something we gotta look forward to. In its wake, Superman is revitalized and his greatest allies return, which kind of implies that they go away for a little bit. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. 2026, the timeline is restored. So, yeah. And then Earth 5G is born, which I read an article that said Dan Didio has been teasing this 5G, which is the 5th generation of DC Comics, kind of for a while now. So that's kind of what that's alluding to.
So basically, we're getting a new 52, but it's going to be called 5G.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think it's going to be a good idea. I'm sorry, Dan.
If that's what it is, yeah.
If that's what it is, I would advise really heavily not doing that, because New 52 nearly destroyed your company, and you're going to start over again in 10 years and hope that newer fans come in.
Well, I mean, they did the same thing with Crisis, with the Crisis on Infinite Earths. It was kind of the same. We've talked about this before. It wasn't quite as drastic as New 52, but if it's something along those lines that changes certain key things for a new generation, it makes sense. Because you're going to have a lot of us, older people kind of getting, fading out and new people coming in. So
we're going to fade out because of all the changes and then undone and then changes again and then undone.
I'm saying, there's readers that are older than us that might lose interest or move on or whatever. You never know. So you got to keep it fresh. You got to keep it fresh for the new generations. Superman goes on a quest to find, this is what you teased earlier, Bruce Wayne's lost daughter, so she can save his son. So
the lost daughter could be Catwoman and Batman's daughter,
which could be the original Huntress, right? Or one of the Huntresses, whichever Huntress was Helena Wayne or whatever her name was.
Helena Wayne, yeah.
It could be her. It could be somebody completely different that we haven't met yet.
2030, I think, right?
I don't know that they specified when that one was.
One that was 2030, I just don't remember.
2030 is a secret crisis. That's the one where they were teasing the DC Marvel crossover.
Thor.
That sees Superman face Thor, and a green behemoth sacrifices himself to save Superman, and then everything shifts again. I think that might have been wishful thinking on Jeff Johns' part.
I think so too.
But that would be cool. It gives them 10 years to figure it out and make it work.
Make peace with Marvel, because they haven't really been friendly with Marvel.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about setting up a potential next generation for Watchmen with a boy that we're going to talk about in a minute. Nostalgia, who we think might be Ozymandias' daughter or some relation to him because she has his cat. And Reggie, who is the new Rorschach.
Right.
So
Rorschach is still dead as well.
Yeah, so that's the next generation coming up. So this is the interesting thing. The Watchmen universe redeemed. Dr. Manhattan takes Mimes and Marionette's son and raises him till he's like, I don't know, like 13, maybe a little less. And as Dr. Manhattan basically dies, he ceases to exist. He imbues this kid with all his powers, and he gets the little Dr. Manhattan symbol on his forehead, and he takes him to this couple. They're called the Hollises, but it's actually
it's Night Owl and
Silk Spectre to raise him so that he has that Superman upbringing, and he's named him Clark.
He even named him Clark.
So you have a Superman in the Watchmen universe, kind of, in a way.
I can dig it. Dig it. And I hope we get some Watchmen comics. I think they did mention bringing it back.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. A lot of stuff there. I wish this had come out, a while back, so we could have.
I think it would have been better if it came out a year ago.
Yeah,
and we could have already been working towards maybe some of the teasers, or at least working towards a new Watchmen series. We could have seen the Kents. We lost out on having the Kents pop up at all for the past year because it took them, and we all knew this was what was going to happen. Yeah. I mean, especially with issue 1 where they showed John messing with that part of his past, of Superman's past. We knew that was one of the things that was going to be fixed immediately. I remember we talked about it on Frontline.
Alan is over on Twitch and he says, "Oh, Verizon finally made an Earth called 5G." That's what I thought when I heard it too. Yeah,
it is true. I don't know. I just hope that 5G will be maybe a side story like the Ultimate Universe, a side universe that we read while we're reading the main. But
well, I mean, they've kind of established that and they kind of talked about it in this book too, that every little change basically creates another universe. So it's like that butterfly effect kind of thing, or and like
imagine every decision we make creates a new universe because there's 2 decisions to make.
Yeah,
there are zillions of possibilities then because so many people have so many decisions they make on a daily basis.
That's
insane.
The
world.
That's just like mind-boggling right there. That's
a galaxy of infinite possibilities. Somewhere right now, Brant and I are rich, and we're not even caring.
I wish that was right here, right now.
Right? Nice. I mean,
what decision do I need to change to make that happen? I'm kidding.
That moment where you turn down Pornhub.
Wow, really?
I don't know. I mean, it's a decision.
It's a decision. I don't know that I ever had that offer presented to me, but sure.
I will not say anything.
Okay. Anyway, some interesting stuff happened in Doomsday Clock. Speaking of things hanging freely there. Well, Dr. Manhattan goes around naked all the time, just saying.
I shouldn't have said Pornhub, everybody, because now I've just completely flustered Brant into taking things over in his life.
Oh, I have a feeling the only reason you said that was to make sure that YouTube knows we're not kid friendly.
Well, yeah. By the way, YouTube, we're not kid friendly.
Oh shoot! Do I really need to clip this?
No, don't. Clip
Alan said that he was asking.
Don't let our first clip, Alan, be that. No.
No, please don't.
No, I mean I do want clips. If you're ever on Twitch, by the way, Alan, please do clip funny moments. I think that'll help Frontline, but not this one. That one. Not as our first clip. After our first clip, you can clip whatever you want. But if you want to clip something, definitely we'll come back next year with Comic Book Weekly clip stuff. Definitely.
Consider what we're talking about. Clipping might be painful, but anyway, moving forward, it's time for cereal. Go from that to cereal. Why not?
Go from Pornhub to Pop Tarts.
So for anybody that went away for Doomsday Clock, we are done. It's time for some cereal. So let's eat some cereal and where'd it go? Oh, you took it down. I was going to put the laugh banner up, but
I didn't take it away.
Well, I'm not on that folder, I guess. So anyway,
Ah!
It's funny stuff here.
Now, I think we should do what we did last time first and taste a few dry and then put it in the milk.
Okay. Smells good.
Dude. Don't even smell it.
I know. That's what I just said. It smells good.
Man, I'm getting the good feeling. I'm getting the good feeling of like this, like cinnamon toast.
Oh yeah.
Of cinnamon toast crunch. All right, I'm gonna try a few dry and I'm gonna.
There we go.
Oh, the inside. Okay, already. He's leaps and bounds better than the Sour Patch.
The Sour Patch. Sour Patch is going to the trash. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh, mine is too. Even Tommy doesn't like it.
This is good. This you can see like there's the brown sugar and cinnamon inside of it.
Oh, I love that's what I'm tasting is the brown sugar and cinnamon, and it just gives me that that feeling of cinnamon toast crunch.
Did you know that there's 3 different kinds?
No.
There's strawberry. I saw it in the store. There's strawberry and I think like an Oreo or some kind of cookies and cream or something like that.
Oh, I gotta go. We gotta find. You found them. I gotta see if I can find them.
Yeah, my store just started carrying all 3. They were just all 3 there. So that night I was at the store and I told you I was trying to call you. I was trying to call you to see what kind you got. But Lisa had remembered that it was the brown sugar. So
thank you, Lisa.
Huh?
I'm thanking Lisa, whoever she is. I'm sure she's watching.
So here we go. Putting a little in the milk. Not going to eat a whole lot because I haven't had dinner yet.
I've had dinner, so I don't care. This is the only time. Now, here's an argument I want to know. Here's a question. Not an argument. Are you a milk in the bowl and then cereal in it, or cereal first and then milk after?
Normally, I put the cereal in first because I don't like a lot of milk, so I balance it with how much cereal in there. This time, I actually had the milk already in there, but
we had to because before we.
Yeah, and I also like to let my cereal sit for just a minute before I eat it. I don't like it super crunchy.
Oh, I don't mind super crunchy, but my absolute favorite is when it's nice and a little moist.
Mm-hmm. So
this gets moist real quick.
Yeah, it does. I think I still like it better dry, but it's actually really good once it settles in because it kind of soaks it up.
I like it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually good both ways.
Yeah. You get a lot of that brown sugar and cinnamon taste when you eat a bunch of them together. Oh man.
I might actually finish.
Alan says those boxes will be empty by the end of the show. I got the family size. There's no way I'm finishing it.
Oh no, I have the regular size. How many ounces is yours? Mine is 11.2.
17.
Damn, man, I should have got yours.
That's all they had was the family size at my Walmart. I live in a really small town. No, this is really good. I recommend this. I think
4 out of 5. 4 out of 5, definite.
I think of the 3 flavors they had, the strawberry will probably be the one I like the least. The cookies and cream will probably be really good, or whatever it was. It was either cookies and cream or actually Oreo. I don't remember.
I have to finish this.
Yeah, I'm going to finish it. I didn't put that much in there. But...
I think I put too much.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot. Let me see the bowl. Dang.
I didn't know.
Not like we got a show or anything to do. Talk about some stuff while you're eating.
Hey, I'll talk about something. You know what I actually finally tried?
What's that?
K-Cup. I like it.
You'd never had a K-Cup before? Oh,
we got a machine during Black Friday.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Sydney's birthday, Christmas present.
I have one. Mine's I got one when I moved here. It's about had it. It only works half the time now, but I use it occasionally.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yes, SM down. Pop Tarts made a cereal.
Mm-hmm.
Kellogg's made Pop Tarts. And God bless Kellogg's. Although I think they made the Sour Patch Kids, so half God bless.
Oh man. Go back to was it our last episode? Or, it was the last episode.
So it was last month.
That Sour Patch Kid cereal is just nasty.
Nasty. So,
right.
Hey, did you see the new Xbox, by the way?
Yes, I did. That thing is huge.
Tower.
It is. It's like a computer tower. Yeah, totally.
I'm going to possibly, now that I have a gaming computer, which I'll get into, I guess, as we go into gaming, I may wait. If my computer can handle Xbox Series X,
Right.
That's the new Xbox, I may just wait.
Yeah, you should.
Wait on the tower.
Totally.
When they make the slim version of whatever that gigantic monster is, get it that way.
There's no reason because you can play it. You can play all that through the Xbox Live app thing.
Yeah,
so
but that's the Xbox One. My wonder and concern is with the new Xbox. I mean, obviously they're going to want to make PC players have to. Maybe I could be wrong, because I mean, PC players have to. Did they make a cherry flavor version of the cereal? No, Brant saw the other two.
Yeah, I will look up to confirm. I know one of them was strawberry, and the other one was some kind of chocolate.
But I mean, I can't see a reason why they wouldn't allow me to still play the newer Xbox games through the app on the computer.
Yeah, exactly. I think they would be cutting out a good portion of their what do you call it? Their what?
Their community.
Yeah, their community, their consumers. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
That's because they have the Game Pass that now connects. That's what I have, the Ultimate Game Pass, which connects to the Xbox and the PC.
Yeah. So, real quick, just to answer that, they got frosted strawberry, brown sugar and cinnamon, and cookies and cream are the three flavors they have right now.
Okay.
And there's also a drumstick cereal, by the way, like the ice cream.
No.
Yeah.
I will hunt you down. I will find you, and you will be on this show. Kellogg, sponsor us.
Yeah.
You don't have to give us money. Just give us cereal.
The drumstick ones is actually General Mills, but still, either one.
Someone say Xbox. What's up, JD? Yes, we were just talking about the new tower that looks like a computer tower.
Yeah. Did you see Star Wars yet? No. Neither one of us did.
I have a few friends who have been tweeting about it without giving spoilers. Yeah. One of my friends actually tweeted out that he was sitting in the movie theater like this.
See, a lot of people didn't like the last two, and I loved them. I actually, last night, I watched The Last Jedi again.
JD, no, and I will be showing it off after Christmas, as it was a Christmas present. JD, since he kind of outed himself, no, go ahead, Brent. You finish, and then I'll.
I just wanted to finish my answer to SM Down. We always, when there's a Star Wars movie, we always, as a family, go see it together. And some of us are in a different city right now, so we're waiting until next week. That's all.
And JD, to answer your question, I'm saving it for Christmas. I will be showing it, and I'm also still on this desk. Like I told you, when I get my actual working desk and I do my full setup, that's when I'm going to start using the mic. Right now, I'm still using the what do you call it? The snowball, not the snowball, the blue. Yeah, blue snowball.
Yeah.
I think.
Alan,
Blue Yeti. Blue Yeti.
Alan said you need to move to a Walmart town, Chris.
I do.
I'm using the blue snowball.
I didn't because I wanted to sleep at night. Oh God, JD must have seen it because he says don't watch Cats.
Cats freaks me out. It just looks weird.
I watched the Broadway. It was on public service channel. I loved it. I love very few Broadways. Yeah, I love very few Broadway plays. I still to this day would love to track down a DVD of it. I know they made a VHS of it, but I'd love to track down a DVD or Blu-ray of the actual live performance from back in the day. Because, oh man, I remember when I was a kid, I don't know if you saw any, Brand, because I mean it was, I guess, mostly for New York, but we would have the Cats commercial come on. We have a VHS somewhere where Mom recorded a lot of our cartoons for us when we were younger, and she got the commercials as well. In a way, I'm kind of glad looking back at it now, especially because it was like the 19. I would say it had to be. I wouldn't say 89, maybe 89, maybe 89, 90, 91, and that's where Cats was in Broadway, and she had recorded one of the Cats commercials. Oh man.
Yeah, we still got them because you have off Broadway and all that stuff. But I mean, we probably saw them national commercials on cable and stuff too. But yeah, that's different. The way that they put those faces on the it's weird. Those
SM down. If you saw the movie, please try. I don't know if you're just throwing out, if this. I see if, so I'm guessing these are guesses. If you saw the movie, please don't spoil it though.
Yeah, I think he was talking about Last Jedi.
Oh yeah, Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Yeah, but if anybody did see the movie, not SM down, but anyone, so Star Wars, please do not spoil it for anyone right now because we are, please summarize the plot of Cats. Shoot, man, I was so young when I watched that movie. I couldn't tell you right now. I just remember the singing. I remember the dancing, and
I've never actually seen it, so I don't know.
Never seen Cats at all. Okay, I don't remember up the top. I'm telling you, I watched it on TV. I must have been pre-junior high where I caught it on TV, so I couldn't tell you the plot because I just remember catching it, and it was like already a couple of songs in, and I sat through it and watched in kind of like an awe because it was really good.
I can give you what Google says.
Yeah, let Google tell us.
A tribe of cats must decide yearly which one will ascend to the Heaviside layer and come back to a new life.
And I think that means death.
Okay.
I think that meant death. I'm not sure though. So see, again, I remember the songs. I remember certain characters. One character in specifics knew the main cat, like the king, or I don't think he was a king, and she reconnected with him. And there was another cat that was trying to ascend, and she was younger. But you sit there and you ask me to remember something when I was like, what, 12, 13 years old. That's 10, 20 years ago now. Yeah, no, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
I remember I really liked it, and I'm sure the movie completely destroyed it.
Maybe, I don't know.
Spoiler alert, Lando appears. I will smack you, Mike. I will smack you so hard. I just hope it's good. I see so many people complaining about the movie. I really hope that Star Wars is good. I hope that because I think this is the last main one, right?
Yeah.
Very end.
It's the end of the Skywalker legacy or whatever.
Right. So if we do go back to a Star Wars franchise, it will be.
Yeah, supposedly. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. Like I've loved these last two personally. I know a lot of complaints.
I think we've had it with Star Wars movies. I mean, if you want to make series like Rebels was good, Clone Wars, I loved it. Back before Anakin became Darth Vader, it made me love Anakin.
I love Mandalorian. I know you haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched enough of it yet, but I've seen enough to say that Baby Yoda has just taken over the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah. It's a really good show. There's only one more episode left, I think, this season. But
oh, really? So okay, good. I'll be able to watch the entirety of the season then.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's just 8 episodes, and this Wednesday was episode 7. So
SM down. I think Kylo is going to live. I think in this scenario, my predictions. I can't even think about prediction. I mean, maybe Rey will find a way to save Kylo. I still say the Dark Ray is like a vision, kind of like what Yoda did with Luke.
It could be. Since I just rewatched Last Jedi, they were playing up that she definitely has that dark in her, and she went straight to the dark when she first connected with the Force.
I don't have a link, Alan. He says check a link. I don't have a link, Alan.
I don't.
Send it to me.
Yeah, it's not on Twitch or anything. I don't see it.
No.
Did he send it to you on Facebook?
Oh, he sent it out. Oh, he sent it here. He sent this link here. I cannot.
Oh,
You're gonna have to send that to me on. Oh, hello. It might be the DVD because I just read it. So
yeah, we can.
send it to me on. Yeah, I can't click it. I can't click it from here.
Yeah, in StreamYard we can't click the links. We can
Yeah.
we'd have to go to YouTube.
One thing I want to say, since we were going into gaming, I do want to share one thing. JD, are you still in the comments? Because I might need you for that. JD, if you're still here, just say, yeah, I'm here, because it's important. No, Alan, share it on Facebook.
He sent it here again. Yeah. He might have sent that before you said it. There's a slight delay.
Oh, okay. So, JD, are you still here? I hope Kylo and Rey both stay or go dark and just wreck together.
Well, you never know. I mean, it could happen.
I think Rey is Luke's daughter. I really do.
That's what a lot of people speculate. I think so too, or some kind of connection. She's got to be. I mean, why else call it Rise of the Skywalker? There's got to be a Skywalker, unless that's Kylo Ren coming back to the light side. I don't know. But anyway, while you're trying to figure that out, yeah, video games. We got a couple trailers we're going to talk about. You got a new device that's in the background there. So
you want me to start with that since I'm waiting?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so gifted to me by a person I'm not allowed to talk about on video.
Just say a friend of the family, dude. You know.
Yeah. Well, I was asked not to even say that. Well, I'll say it now that you said it. I'll say that.
I apologize for that. Then
no, it's okay. Yeah, it's a friend of the family. We could say that. I don't think that it would out anybody too much. But a friend of the family knew that I had got a new computer. I released that knowledge on social media that I did get a tower. I'll share everything else after Christmas. But as a early Christmas present, he got me an Oculus Quest, and the Oculus Quest is actually sold out right now. I started following a channel that actually mains this and news in all VR, and the Quest sold out just as the Oculus Link was released. I'll explain all. The Oculus Quest is a VR headset that does not need a computer at all. All you need is the app on your phone, which I do have the Oculus app. You turn this on, you connect it to your phone. It does you also have to connect it to your internet. It does a software update, a hardware update. Well, no, it does a hardware update. It does a hardware update. It does updates for the controllers, and then you just go. Your cell phone, your tablet, wherever you have the app, that's where you buy your games. That's where you pick what goes in here. This model is a 128 gigabyte memory, has 128 gigabyte memory. Everything is on just this. You don't need a computer at all. You can play VR without any computer at all. But if you'd like to attach to a computer like Steam, I've seen Rise of Skywalker. I give it a 9 out of 10. Oh, thank God. If Alan gives it a 9 out of 10, that's a good sign. So, the Oculus Link just came out, and that allows you to make your Oculus Quest into a makeshift Oculus Rift. And if you have an Oculus Rift, you can now connect to Steam. You can connect to other websites that have VR games. So what everybody was waiting for was this Oculus Link, which is a wire that you can put directly into your headset that you connect to the computer. That allows you to connect to Steam. Half-Life Alyx is coming out next year. We haven't had a new Half-Life game, and Brant knows that I've been ranting and raving that we need a Half-Life 3 game. This is a step in the right direction. Valve is starting to make games again, ladies and gentlemen. So even if you don't have a VR system, buy Alyx just to show them we love Half-Life and we need a Half-Life game outside of VR. Half-Life 3, we need. So I'm excited that now that's why this is sold out, because the link is out now. The wire isn't out yet, but you can make do with a few wires that you can find on eBay, and you can play this now with the games that are on the Oculus app and the games that are on Steam. So this has now become a Oculus Rift plus Quest. Granted, the graphics aren't as good as an Oculus Rift, but you don't need those sensors. All the sensors are in the headset. Those 4 little dots you see are what track your movement. There's no anything else, like anything you connect to the computer, you'd have to have 2 sensors set up at the corner of your room to follow the headset. Like the PlayStation VR has the PlayStation camera in front.
Yeah.
any other VR system would have two little boxes that you have to put on the ceiling. This does not require that. It's a headset, it's controllers, and you go, and that's all.
So have you used it yet? Is the question.
Honestly, it's a Christmas present. I'm trying not to. However, if you register your Oculus Quest before January 14th or 19th or whatever, you get the entirety. We were just talking about Star Wars. You get the entirety of Vader. Is it on the back here? Yeah, of Vader Immortal for free.
Wow.
The whole 3 episodes you get for free. So I will honestly probably be taking this out this weekend to register it just to get the game at least on my library. It is a Christmas present. I feel weird playing it early. But I probably will, because I was told just open it and do what I do, just have fun with it. I'm probably going to get lost in VR chat. I'll say that. That's a free game. There is a climbing game I'd love to buy, and I'm hoping that maybe after Christmas I'll get it. It's like the one good thing about VR games, $30 is the maximum amount of money I've seen
that's good.
so far. Yeah. So they're pretty cheap. They're also pretty short. But, I mean, they do have a couple of really cool games back here. Creed, Dance Central, Sports Scramble, National Geographic. Basically, National Geographic is Google Maps, but you can put yourself in the VR map, walking around. So does that mean the Half-Life 3 confirmed meme is dead? No, it just means Half-Life 3 might actually be coming, along with Left 4 Dead 3 and possibly Portal 3. And Valve is going to learn to count to 3. And Valve is starting to develop a team outside of Steam. So they have their Steam group and they have an actual game developing group. Valve did release a VR system, Brant. It's called the Valve Index, the Valve Index, but it is $1,000, and I'm not getting that. No. I'm not. But the good news is Valve is not being petty. They are actually allowing for people who have Oculus or the Vive. The Vive is another VR system. Unfortunately, PSVR doesn't count. So anything that's connected to a computer, like the Oculus or the Vive, they are allowing it to connect to Steam. So even though it's a Steam VR specific game, you can play it on the Oculus. You can play it on the Vive. It just won't have the graphics. JD's here. JD, I want the link because I'm about to advertise for you guys. So for everybody out there who does have a PC working right now that can do PC gaming, Brant, yourself included, because I know you can play games on your PC, Bitter Old Goons Gaming is doing their yearly Christmas giveaway where they're going to be giving away hundreds of games online, and you can sign up at, if I'm correct, and this is why I needed you here, JD, I need you to share the link. You could sign up at Bitter Old Goons Gaming or bitteroldgoons.ca, I believe. It's either bitteroldgoons.ca because it is Canada, or it's bitteroldgoonsgaming.ca. I can't remember off the top of my head. I figured JD is the newest member, which I did congratulate him. JD joined Bitter Old Goons Gaming a couple of months ago and has been streaming on Bitter Old Goons Gaming. And they do this every year. Last year they did a Christmas giveaway. I actually think I won 2 or 3 games. I think I won about 3. I got Just Cause. I got I can't remember. I know I got Just Cause. That's one of the games I got on Steam. Thanks to the giveaway. This year they're doing an even bigger giveaway, and it happens during Christmas. They do a live BOGG.com. There you go.
No, .ca.
.ca. So I'm going to actually look for it and see if I could.
There it goes. Yeah.
Yep, got it. I will actually share that link now. And unfortunately, if you're on Twitch, I can share it on Twitch. So you go here, you sign up, and be there on the day they do the giveaway, and you can win some games for yourself. If you have Steam, if you have, if you like playing on PC, they're giving away a lot of awesome stuff. So definitely go check out the giveaway. I don't know the date, JD, if you'd like to drop that. I am not as velvet voiced as JD. He's already advertised it not only on the Twitch channel, but on his radio station, 99.3 The Drive. Go to 99.3 The Drive I think it's .ca again, and tell them you love JD and JD deserves to be the president of 99.3 of the Drive. There you go. You should own the whole thing. So going back now to our conversation of the games, Brant, I need to hear your thoughts on this because I shared the trailer for this game with you because, and you kind of January 4th. Thank you. So the giveaway is on. So the raffles on, or the contest is on January 4th. So tune into Bitter Old Goons Gaming on January 4th to see if you won anything. If you didn't sign up, sign up. You don't have to be from Canada. You can be from everywhere. So, Hellblade 2 was at the gaming awards happened and they did more trailers, some teasers. Hellblade 2 is going to be one of the games that come out with the Xbox Series X console. So I watched the trailer and I know Senua, so I wasn't as creeped out as people who never played Hellblade before, which is why I shared it with Brant. So what was your reaction to that trailer, especially when, well, hell broke loose with the chanting?
All right, so it's funny because when you asked me this before, I said it was gorgeous, and you were like, "Gorgeous? Are you crazy?" And it's okay. So the graphics are amazing.
It looks real.
Oh my goodness! They start with the water and everything. It just looks beautiful. But the chanting, and that lady, and that contorted face was like freaking creepy, man.
You should play. You should see. I think Hellblade is actually it was for PS Plus free.
Okay.
I think you probably missed it.
Probably, but man, yeah, it was creepy. She was creepy. I mean, it looks so realistic, and she's just like getting into it, and you can tell she's like, this girl's like passionate for what she's doing. And it's just like, ugh.
I'm curious because I've watched Hellblade and I own Hellblade 1. Again, this goes back to I hope that PCs can handle the new, like you don't need to add something to your PC to actually play the Xbox Series X games. The Game Awards was barely about giving away awards. I heard the games that won kind of were like, what? Really?
I didn't even know that it was going on.
I didn't know either.
Totally
I found out. Yeah, no, don't feel bad. I didn't know either. I found out when the trailers came out. X19 actually was something that I found out because I wanted to win the Obsidian Cannons for Sea of Thieves. But I'm glad I watched it because we got a lot of really cool Xbox trailers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested in this new Hellblade. Brant, you really should play it. It's really cool to play Hellblade because I started it at least. And I want to go back and replay it again. It has Psychosis in it, as a matter of fact.
Oh, really?
Do I want the? You can send it to me, JD. If you can send it to me, and I could try to share it on the computer. It might help. But I was. It teaches you Psychosis. You're supposed to wear a headset, and if you know what Psychosis is, you have all these different. I wonder if that's what's going to be in the new game again, like in the issue in the second installment. And
yeah,
again, it's crazy.
Honestly, I mean, as creepy as it is, just as good as it looked, I kind of want to play it just for that reason. It just looks so good, and it's just like chaotic, and like so many things going on. And oh yeah, good, you answered him. I was about to answer him too. But yeah, so I don't know much about it. I didn't play the first one, obviously. So, but yeah, it's got me curious now.
I think the first one went on sale because of the trailer. Because everybody wants you to get it. I'm just surprised because that was originally a PlayStation game, I believe. It wasn't like everywhere at first. So to see it being like it's going to be at when Series X drops, and they actually made a point. They made it a point to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. JD sent it. Okay. So I liked it. I'm very excited for that. Can I play it here? I can. Good. So I'm sorry to do this, everyone. Last time I'm going to mention about this giveaway. I'm going to open a tab up real quick because share audio. I think JD will explain it better. So there you go. Now, how do I hit? Oh, that's .ca. I went to the wrong one. That's great for me. Let's try that again. I'm sorry. I'm terrible when it comes to this thing. Here we go. This is the right one. Okay. And I didn't include the audio this time. Man, I'm just batting 1,000. I'm batting 1,000 today. One more time. Share the damn audio. Go to the Chrome thing. Click this play.
Christmas is almost here. Time to go from being bitter to giving.
Come on, give me some good.
The Bitter Old Goons are doing their Christmas giveaway again on January 4th. A chance for you to win some Steam games. Indie to AAA, simulation to arcade, racing to medieval games. You could win anything. Go to bog.ca and sign up today. All you need is an email, an active Steam account, and follow the Bitter Old Goons gaming channels on YouTube, Twitch, or Mixer. Every channel you follow gets you an entry into the prize pool. Get a bonus 4th entry by following fellow Bog member The Media Jack on either YouTube or Twitch.
He's right here right now.
No purchase necessary, no credit card needed, nothing.
No, yo, you son of a giant.
Oh, I almost thought he cursed. I
January
forgot if he
4th
did
to
or
see
didn't.
what you win with the Bog Christmas giveaway.
Sweet.
There you go. Last time I'm bet. Hey, done. No more advertising. I finished. I filled my quota. I accept my invitation to join the Bitter Old Goons Gaming in 2020.
Now pay us. No, I'm kidding.
They didn't invite me to join their group. That's okay. I'm not Canadian. That's why. There's no presentation. It was Jeff in front of the camera saying, "This is the category. These are the entries. Here's the winner. Hey, another game debut." Oh, God. That sucked. That must have sucked. But I'm looking forward to that. And I think we had, what else do we have up there?
Resident Evil.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you start with this one because I know we talked about Resident Evil until we were blue in the face. But one thing I remember is you mentioned about Resident Evil 3 a lot.
Oh, there was something I mentioned?
Yeah, but you mentioned about your brother and
It's Resident Evil is my cousin's favorite video game of all time. Every iteration of it, but I've played them too. I played a bunch of them. I don't remember. I don't think I've played all of them, but I definitely played this one. And so seeing it remade with the updated graphics and I understand they're changing a little bit of the story,
a little bit.
well. A little bit, just kind of like
basically like Resident Evil 2. They're remaking it.
Yeah.
They're changing it from a survival horror to now an action horror.
Yeah, and they're making Jill more action oriented and taking some of the characters and giving them a little bit more showcase throughout. So I think it's really cool. This was a fun one. This is the one that introduced Nemesis, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we got a little glimpse of him at the end of the trailer. I think in the helicopter or wherever it was, about to be unleashed on Raccoon City, and it's just like, oh, I remember when I first saw him, and it was crazy.
Now you're gonna see him in great graphics.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my cousin, my brother, and me, we all sat like years ago and sat and played the first one like on GameCube, and I had never played it. I'd never even heard of it at that point. And my cousin was like, "Oh, you gotta play it with the lights off though." And he was like, "You gotta play it with the lights off, and you just gotta have the sound up, and then you gotta just go in. I'm not gonna tell you anything else." And so then the dogs and everything is just it's a fantastic franchise. I actually even love the movies. I've watched them all multiple times.
I like the movies.
Yeah.
The ending. I still think I need the last one on DVD. I have most of the movies on DVD.
The last Resident Evil game I played, I don't remember what it's called, but I got stuck trying to get past some dude with a chainsaw.
Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, so that's the last one I played. But yeah, I got stuck.
6, Revelation 1 and 2 were, and then the Umbrella Chronicles on the Wii 1 and 2 were okay. And then they started doing. Then they made Resident Evil 7, which that one was better.
Okay.
That was better. Revitalized the series. They remade 2, which I told you should get.
Right.
They already remade 1 till it was dead. They remade it on every single next-gen console you can imagine.
Right.
You can get Resident Evil 0 and 1 remake on the PlayStation 4 right now for about like $15, $20. You should play that too.
Yeah.
Hell not. Throw one.
Why not? Yeah.
And now Resident Evil 3 remake looks like it's going to be really good. They can't remake 4, and I'll tell you why. You can't remake perfection. I feel like 4 was done perfectly. I think the graphics, I mean, they did kind of already remake it anyway. It is on the 4. It is on the Xbox One. So I feel like 3 is the last piece to the puzzle when it comes to remakes.
Yeah, and then just go new from here. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm telling you now, we won't hear it now. We'll hear about Resident Evil 8 when Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 come out.
I would love that. Yeah, just go fresh, go new. Yeah.
Well, there's already talk about it because 7 left a wide open continuation.
Yeah.
Especially after the DLC with Chris. So
Gotcha.
there's definitely a lot of room for 8, and they're doing trilogy, so 8 and 9.
Yeah.
There's definitely room for 8 and 9 right now.
But I remember having fun playing 3, so I'm looking forward to seeing the changes and everything. I definitely will play this one eventually. I remember the first time I fought Nemesis, I was like, oh crap, what is this thing?
Imagine the graphics then.
Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness. And I had a much smaller TV at that point in time too.
God.
It's like a 20-something inch, and now I've got like a 42. So it's like, it's gonna be crazy.
I can't wait. I'm excited. The only downside is Resident Evil 2 remake came in January. This game does not come out until February, so it's an extra month down the road. I think they must be following my life because it's coming out after my daughter's going to be born. So
yeah,
perfect. It's perfect time.
That's cool. Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's perfect time for me too. For a reason, I'll have more time on my hands at that point.
A lot of time on it. There you go.
There you go. I can immerse myself.
And with the Resident Evil 3 remake, you also get Resident Evil Resist, which is a multiplayer game that Brant and I can play.
There you go.
And they had betas on it. People have played it. I was wondering where I can get it because it looks so much fun. It's 1 person versus 4. 4 people have to get to a certain place at a certain time limit. And there's one player that kind of makes it nearly impossible for them to get to that one place. I'm looking forward to Ghost. I am too. I saw that. Did you see that trailer?
I did not see that one. No.
It's a samurai trailer. I'm looking forward to that too. It looks really interesting. Did I find it on Amazon yet? I don't think I did, but I might actually pre-order that. I might. It looks really good.
And I'm mad at you, by the way.
Why?
You got me wanting to play Red Dead Redemption.
I did.
Because you were like, I think you'd like this game. And so I went and looked it up. I was like, darn it, I really would like this game.
I told you. I know you don't like GTA, but I know you like games like that.
Yeah.
Red Dead. I like Red Dead. It's the only problem is the online. A lot of people I know that play it are on PC.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of them. So it's like there's nobody to play with, so it's just playing the single player. But I think you'd get a lot out of just a single player.
Yeah. I'm game for it.
Hey, Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Christmas.
Only 5 days away. Yeah.
I have it for the PlayStation 4. Yeah, I have to have it for the PS4. I don't think I got it for the Xbox. I think that was right before I went Xbox.
Right now, if I got it, it would probably be for the PS4. So
there you go.
There you go. All right.
But, I don't know. Resident Evil 3, I might actually, I don't know. I have it pre-ordered for the PlayStation. I might get it for the Xbox just because I have the Xbox X, or I might just leave it for the PlayStation and see about PC because at that point, I should have my PC ready. I don't know, up and running 100%, but ready. So I might get it on PC also. I don't know. We'll see. But I love Resident Evil. I'm really excited to see what Mega 3 is.
Resident Evil is a fantastic franchise, even with the bad voice acting, which is they're so well known for that. I remember I used to watch a show on G4. I forget what show it was, but it was when they had a bunch of programming on G4 TV, and they reenacted the script. And they were like doing this whole thing, and it was funny. It was hilarious. They did line for line. It was 2 girls, Tina Woods, I think, and I don't remember the other girl's name. But
speaking of bad voice acting, there is something they can still remake after this. Veronica X. They didn't remake those yet. Yeah. And there were also some side games. I don't think they'll remake the first-person shooter one. That one was just terrible. I mean, I don't even see a way of fixing that story. But there was also one where you're in a group of 4 people and one person can get infected. I forgot what it was called. But those games, you can't find them. They came out and they sold out, and they don't make them anymore. But there were 2 of those, and that could be good for a remake as well. Like both of them combined as a remake.
Yeah, X-Play. I don't think it was X-Play. It was they were in a studio and it was three of them. It was two girls and a guy, and they were doing almost like a radio show. But you actually got to see them filming it. I can't remember what it was called. I don't think it was X-Play though. Maybe it was. But I thought X-Play was the blonde dude that was out on like the game floor and all this. I don't remember.
Have you guys played Horizon Zero Dawn? I own it. I don't think I have the DLC for it, but I haven't played it yet. I've watched gameplay of it though. I heard it was really good. A few people I know who played it have said nothing but amazing things about it.
How about a remake of Superman 64?
How about a no? And again, how about
is that the one with the rings?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, please.
No,
it wasn't Attack of the Show either. It was another one. It wasn't one of the bigger ones. It was before when they had a lot of content on there. Man, I can't remember the name of it at all.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to 2020 when it comes to games. I'm kind of sad. This month we were going to get Terminator Resistance. That was delayed till January. That's a really cool Terminator game. I have it pre-ordered. There was another game, Darksiders Genesis, was also pushed back till February as well. So I'm kind of sad that we didn't get those two games by the end of 2019. But hey, it just adds to the awesomeness that's going to be 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I can't even. I was trying to look it up. I can't find it.
I see you trying. I see you trying to grab it.
There was so many shows I watched back then on G4. I miss G4. I miss like the glory days of G4. And they had Cheat and Pulse and all that stuff. It was a good channel.
Brant wants to make a gaming channel. That's what he's trying to say.
I would sit there and watch G4. Like when I was in between high school and college, I took some time off in between. Mm-hmm. I would just sit there and watch G4 all day long.
I believe it. I'm looking forward to Last of Us 2. That's another game. You played Last of Us 1, right, Brant?
I watched Last of Us. Remember
that was right.
Yeah, at that time I didn't have any systems, any of the next gen systems, and so I
played number 1.
Yeah, eventually that's something I would like to play.
All right, but let's move on to the last topic. So this week, because we are going on a bit late,
and we gotta answer SM Down's question about what we're doing for Christmas too.
Oh, that's definitely how we're gonna end the show.
Yeah.
All
right, so wrestling, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this either because we have Aftershock, which is going to go up this weekend, where we're going to talk about All Elite Wrestling and its winter finale. But just general thoughts on it. I think I liked the episode a little bit more than you did, and we'll go into full details this weekend. But I thought it was a solid show.
Oh, it was solid, definitely.
Yeah,
I agree there.
I wasn't blown away by anything though. That was my one issue with it.
I feel like a lot of what the people said on social media, it's like you pushed the Inner Circle for so long, and then you just did commercials for Dark Order. I'm not behind Dark Order. I'm really not invested, interested.
See, the problem with the Inner Circle is, and you've talked about it on Aftershock, is that Sammy Guevara is at home most of the time, right? He flies out for the shows and goes back home. Jake Hager is doing his MMA thing, so he's hardly ever there.
Yeah.
And then you've got Jericho,
who's
and
going
the tag team
for 6 months.
Yeah, and then the tag team, they're the ones that are always there. Santana and Ortiz, always there grinding. So it's kind of broken. Their Inner Circle is broken a little bit.
There was a good angle with Inner Circle. I feel like Dark Order. Okay, I feel like Dark Order was kind of, I don't know, I'm just not as invested as I was with
with the Inner Circle. I wonder if because of that's why they're pushing the Dark Order, those kind of to come in and take that place a little bit, which is, I still think they need high profile people. If Adam Page had taken off a mask in that melee, that would have done it.
Flipped me out. Or even Brendan Cutler.
Yeah, I think Adam Page would have had a bigger impact, especially with the way they've been building that. But yeah, that either just somebody more than this tag team that hardly anybody really remembered who they were. So yeah, we'll talk more about it. But real quick,
I hope we get a little bit more, because Dark Order, I'm just not as much behind as I was with what do you call it, with
Inner Circle.
Inner Circle. I mean, maybe it. I don't know. I made fun of the tag team, if you remember, when we first saw them.
Reynolds and Silver, or whatever their names are.
No, Inner Circle, Evil Uno, and whatever his name is.
Oh, Dark Order, you mean?
Yeah, I made fun of them.
Evil Uno and Grayson. Yeah,
I just don't like. All of a sudden, let me remind everybody that they only won one of their 5 or 3 or 4 matches, and they're trying to recruit people. Let's get together so we all win. You repeated everyone won any of your matches. First match you had in the tag team division, and you lost.
Yeah, you're right. If they were going to dominate, they should have had them dominating already, kind of building their stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked about all that.
Tevia. Yeah, Tevia, you are
just rewind,
friend.
Yeah.
We're rounding out the show. You're gonna have to rewind and just watch our thoughts on everything. You missed
about that,
man.
Mike Manhattan said, if you play draft pick with AEW and WWE roster, who would you switch around? Oh man,
I would put Dark Order in NXT.
I would take all the people I love and put them in AEW. Ricochet, AJ Styles. I'm blanking.
I would love Adam Cole for AEW.
All of Undisputed Era. Adam Cole's whole group. I'd put them over there. Let's see. Who else? I'm totally blanking right now.
I'll tell you right now, from Ring of Honor, there are a few people I bring over from Ring of Honor. I'm hoping Marty Skull comes over because his contract's up, the villain. I really do hope he comes over and helps the Elite because they need their villain right now. Keith, what's his name? I would bring over from NXT to AEW. Keith.
The
Keith Lee?
The big dude. Keith Lee. That's it. Yeah. That would be interesting because they don't have anybody. The biggest guys they have is like Luchasaurus and Jake Hager and Dustin Rhodes. They don't have anybody that big. And Wardlow, I guess. But no, that would be interesting.
He doesn't even wrestle. He's another one. He's like Jake Hager. He just comes walking around.
Yeah. Some of the NXT UK guys would be interesting in AEW.
Yeah.
Because it would mess with WWE so much, I'd love to see Randy Orton switch.
Oh man, talk about twist of fate.
I'll tell you who I don't want to see in AEW.
Okay, that works.
Anybody else from the Shield? Dean Ambrose / John Moxley's fine. Seth Rollins is such a WWE loyalist. I don't think he would ever leave. And Roman Reigns is like their top guy. So no, I don't want to see either one of those. The wrong show, guys. Yeah, I know we're just talking a little bit about everything on this show.
We were asked who we would draft, JD. We were asking who we'd draft to AEW from WWE and vice versa. What was I gonna say? I'm trying to think if there was.
We talked about Rise of Skywalker too, Tevye. Please don't spoil it. Yeah.
Everything except wrestling. We're talking wrestling. We're talking Christmas, and then we're done.
Yeah, we talked Doomsday Clock. We talked Batman. We talked video games.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Ready? He's like, any opinion about it being a mess? I don't think it's a mess because Alan gave it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's not, and no spoilers.
Yeah. And we're not trying to be disrespectful. It's just we literally talked about all that already. So you just have to go back and you'll have to go back and watch it again, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because we went into detail. We did. You missed a cool Bitter Old Goons gaming trailer as well.
Yeah. And some cereal taste testing. That was good too.
Oh, you missed the Pop Tarts Cereal, yeah. Yeah. So go watch the beginning of the episode. By the time you get to the end, we'll probably be offline.
Maybe.
So now I'm trying to think of, honestly, I wouldn't like to see who was I just thinking move over as well. No, I'd like to see Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. I'd like to see broken Matt Hardy.
Kevin Owens.
I'm
good either way with Kevin Owens.
Yeah, he's independent. So I'm good if he stays loyal to WWE or if he goes to AEW. It's hard because, you want to see all your favorite wrestlers in the same place. It's just, you got AEW, you got Ring of Honor, you got WWE.
My thing is, I wouldn't want anybody so big that they overshadow all the AEW guys that are trying to come up. I didn't mean if I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No. You didn't. I'm reading.
Yeah. Okay, so that would be my one pause with somebody like Randy Orton. But if you put people like that are kind of on that similar level where they're trying to really make like Ricochet and Velveteen Dream and people like that, that'd be cool.
I agree, definitely. But I think for what AEW has right now, they have a good roster. They just have to really flesh out some characters.
Shark Game. We didn't talk about the Shark Game.
Manny, you wouldn't like it.
Okay.
You basically play a shark and you eat people. I want to pre-order it. I know you would hate it. You got to kill people. Lots of people.
I don't really want to spend a lot of time on the WWE stuff. The TLC was this past Sunday.
That's you. I didn't watch TLC.
Yeah, I did watch it. It was okay. It was not their best and not their worst. It was kind of, again, middle of the road. Excuse me. I'm trying to remember all the matches now. It's kind of hard. I think the one of the best matches was oh crap. I'm totally blanking. I gotta look up the matches now. There's so much wrestling to keep track of. It's hard.
I'm glad I only watch AEW.
I know. I like watch it all, and it's just becoming overwhelming. I mean, I've even started watching Ring of Honor again when I get a chance to. So it's it's a lot. So what was the women's match? Was there a women's match? Was there not a women's match? Yeah, there was.
It was the main event.
Yeah, it was the main event. That's right. That's what that was.
I didn't even watch it. I know it was the main event.
That's why I was like, I know there was a women's match late in the thing, but yeah, that's what it was. The women's tag team match with the Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. That was really good. But right before that, you had Bobby Lashley and Rusev, which I'm just so sick of that. And then right before that, you had Bray Wyatt and The Miz. And come on, how's that going to go? I mean, King Corbin versus Roman Reigns. It's just, then
too much nope.
Yeah, the Viking Raiders versus Gallows and Anderson was pretty good.
That's who the Dark Order should fight. The Viking Raiders versus the Dark Order. Loser has to change the name of their faction and change everything about themselves.
Yeah. Humberto versus Andrade. I'm so sick of seeing this match. I've seen it so many times now. I just want to. I'm done. New Day and the Revival was pretty good. That was a ladder match. It was pretty hard hitting, and the Revival were kicking New Day's butts for a while. But the match of the night that stole the show, and these are two guys that I would love to see in AEW, was Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy. That match was insane.
1 second.
Yeah, there were knee strikes for days in that match, and I would watch that match over and over again. That was one of the best matches of the year that I've seen. So if I was going to pick a match from that card that was the best, it was the tag team women's match and that match, and those two guys would be phenomenal in AEW. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, again, it's a lot of people talk about, this is why I stay away from Twitter and stuff like that when it comes to the fans, because they're like, you should go to AEW, you should go to WWE. I feel a lot of talent would work really great in AEW, and a lot of talent would work. No, so a lot of talent would work really great in AEW until Vince McMahon finally steps down and lets Triple H do everything, and they get new writers because their writers suck. I'm sorry, WWE I'm sorry, Rusev storyline.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Exactly. I completely agree with you.
Seth Rollins' turn back to heel.
For no reason at all, and just out of nowhere, yeah.
Exactly. It's just, we failed. I'm going to kill. I hate all of you, and the world sucks.
Yeah, now I'm just going to beat you down. Yeah, it was dumb. But yeah. No, those two, if you get a chance, Chris, you should watch that one match. Just that one match. Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy.
Okay.
It is fantastic. Just so good. Those two are phenomenal. But anyway, that's all for the wrestling. You want to hear more wrestling? Aftershock this weekend.
Yeah.
Right here on Coming Frontline.
And do we want to talk about Aftershock?
What about it?
What about it? What are you going to talk about, Brant?
It's our 10th episode.
It is our 10th episode. I meant plans for 2020, or are we saving that for Aftershock?
I don't know. We
You
haven't
know, man,
discussed that.
kill you, dude. I'm trying to ask if we're going to talk about. You know what? We're going to leave it to Brant. Brant's going to talk about it, or we're going to talk about Christmas. Go.
Are you talking about the core stuff? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Record.
Honest. Huh?
When we want to record, when it's going to be going up.
Oh, that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I didn't want that stuff yet because I want to see what goes first.
Yeah, no, we can say that real quick.
Yeah.
In the new year, AEW Aftershock will be going up on Mondays on Comment Frontline. It works better for our schedule, and it's kind of a primer for the new week of programming. And when there is a pay-per-view, those happen on Saturdays.
Thank you so much, JD.
Yeah, thank you. So we don't have to do an extra episode or pack it into the next week's. We can just transition right there. So it just works better for us. So we'll be recording it on the weekends and going live on putting it live on Monday. So there you go.
So Aftershock after this episode, or actually this episode might be very close to Monday. So, but starting in the new season, in the new year, Aftershock will be on Mondays.
And episode 10, I will have a name.
Brant will have a name. Brant's gonna have a name.
Hopefully it's cool and people don't just be like, oh, that sucks.
I don't think they would. Debbie, we talked about that.
No. Oh, he's talking about the CW TV crossover.
Oh, then that's easy. I don't watch it.
I'm behind and I haven't seen it.
Debbie has tried so hard to find.
I know. We talked about Resident Evil. Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
Debbie, you're too late. We've either talked about it or have no opinion on it. I'm sorry, man. You should have been here 2 hours ago.
Well, if he couldn't, he couldn't. Yeah.
We really did. The only thing we didn't cover is this, and we're going to talk about it right now to end the show. Christmas.
Forward
to what we're hoping to get.
Or what our plans are is what has some down as well. So yeah. So my plans, I'm actually going to Houston, which is about 3.5 hours from me. My Lisa's sister just had a baby a few days ago. Yeah, thank you. Arya is her name, after the Game of Thrones character, and she's beautiful, adorable, and I haven't met her yet, so I get to go meet her. The rest of the family is already down there, so I'm going to be going down there on Christmas Eve. And we'll spend a couple of days there and do our Christmas thing there and everything. And we did draw names this year, so we each just picked a name out of a hat and kind of, so we got one gift for one person kind of thing. Where it was not just one gift, but like a dollar limit. And we're going to do that whole thing, have a dinner. They have this tradition, I guess maybe it's a Texas thing, but they have this tradition where on Christmas they eat tamales. So we're having tamales. Every year since I've been here, which is almost 6 years now, I've had tamales on Christmas, which was weird for me at first, but now it's kind of like, okay, it's cool, whatever. Who is Lisa? Lisa's my fiance.
No, she's a person.
Yeah,
she's only been around since the beginning of Dark Avenger Inc.
My fiance and co-founder of Last Number Press and co-publisher, and she's actually, I don't know if she's ever appeared on Comic Frontline. She was on Dark Avenger Inc. a few times, so.
Yeah, she has, and when we moved over to Frontline, she was more of the behind-the-scenes person.
Yeah, which is that's what she prefers. But yeah, that's who Lisa is. And that's my plans. And we're going to come back here. And Lisa and I actually got a few gifts for each other that we're saving for when we get back home. And we're going to do a little exchange after Christmas. So.
And we're doing the same thing we always.
Oh, and Star Wars. Yeah, we'll probably see Star Wars while we're in Houston, or when we get back with her brother.
I don't think I'll be seeing Star Wars, not for a bit. But we'll be doing presents on Christmas morning. We'll be doing. When is the wedding? SM Down asked.
May.
May. Best month of the year, my birth month. So we'll be doing the presents, and then we have a nice big dinner that we're planning for the night, and then that's basically it. And then Tommy's going to be enjoying his presents. We can't rank it, Tevye, because we didn't watch it. So
we did talk about it, though.
We did talk about that, though. So I mean, take that for what it's worth. But yeah, it's just a normal day, and Tommy's going to be having a lot of fun. I got actually a couple of really cool presents. The last one I got was a little pricey, but I think, especially for a son of mine, he's going to love it. And honestly, there are hints that he will. I think the rest of the family's going to murder me, though.
That's okay, though. Yeah, I think they will too. I remember what it is now. I've forgotten. Yeah,
remember. You know.
I know. I think you're gonna hate yourself after a while. I don't know.
Play with it after a while. I think I do for you.
Maybe. That's funny. So good times for both of us. It's time with your family and loved ones and all that. It's gonna be fun.
I'm looking forward to 2020. There's a lot of stuff going on. ShootingStarUniverse.com started doing written articles. I've got the first newsletter written up. It should be going out from Last Ember Press soonish. I don't know when. Brant is the manager.
Yeah, I'm sure Michael will be at your house on Christmas.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. So Brant's the manager for the newsletter. So once it starts up, it will be once a month.
It'll probably start next month. So
then I would just omit the Thanksgiving, the Happy Thanksgiving part.
Well, at this point, don't you think?
It was only a short paragraph anyway, so you could just delete that one.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It was a short paragraph.
So, how do we feel about the Star Wars fandom? Tevye asks.
I have no opinion.
I think the Star Wars fandom is too critical. That's all I'll say.
I mean, what they did to that poor woman.
I know. I'm still mad. I watched Last Jedi again last night, and I love Rose. I thought she was fantastic. I don't understand.
So,
I watched just to answer that. I actually did watch 30 seconds of Harley Quinn, and I was just like, "S this, F that," and I was like, "Whoa!" And I had it blasting through the big TV in the other room. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Peace, I could have told you Brant wouldn't have been for that show. Oh man, but yeah, I'm just looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to more Celestial 2020. I'm looking forward to doing some other work. I'm looking forward to We Are the Core. Brant alluded to that a little bit with.
Sorry, I didn't know what you were talking about.
No, you're fine. I'm looking forward to it. I will promote one thing for the last episode of AEW Aftershock. I will be doing Pro Wrestling Crate on the show, and it's probably going to be a mainstay. I might end up skipping a few months after January. It all just depends on money, but I might skip and then come back to it. Or if it works out, I might stick with it. I don't know yet, but it will be on this week's show, this coming episode, which I think we said is going up on Sunday.
Yeah, I think so.
So you'll be able to see Pro Wrestling Crate there. Sorry, Tevye talked about that on Comic Book Weekly.
Yeah, we did. If you're talking about Empire, we touched on it. There wasn't much to say about it. Really.
Exactly. So, Brant, what are you looking forward to in 2020? Because by the time we do the Chris and Brant show next, it will be 2020.
Yeah, it's funny. My newsletter went out about 42 minutes ago.
And his newsletter goes out 42 minutes ago. Mine has to wait till January 2020.
It's a weekly newsletter. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I could do it weekly. I am so loving giving Brant a hard time about this right now.
Anyway, my point is, I talked about theming my year for 2020 and kind of what I was looking forward to doing in 2020 with Last Ember Press. Finally, we get the Doomsday ending. Yeah. So,
welcome to the show.
Yeah. So yeah, my word, I'll just put it out here now that the newsletter is out and everything. My word for 2020 is manifest. And that's kind of what I want to make clear what Last Ember Press is and kind of grow it and kind of speak things into existence. And basically by speak, I mean, do the steps, do the work, make it happen.
And ironically, I'm doing the same thing with my stuff. I'm not making new. I'm just expanding and growing the audience for all that exists.
Yeah, it's like last year my word was focus. Now, it's focus on those things. Now it's manifest, make them happen, bring them into existence. And it's that kind of thing. Just build up. We got some cool stuff going on. We're introducing gaming into our repertoire, producing some games through a different brand, Torch Night Games. You'll hear that name a lot more in the future.
Yep. I'm looking forward to Torch Night Games.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it.
And I'm talking tabletop games, not video games, before anybody gets too excited here.
Yeah, no, Brant doesn't know anybody who could graphically design a video game yet.
Yeah, but got some stuff going on. So, yeah, I'm excited about everything with Last Summer Press, about the next stage of my life. We already talked about my my upcoming wedding. So, very excited about that and starting that new chapter. And, yeah, so I think I have a lot to look forward to professionally and personally this year.
I think that's Brant and I are on the same kind of theme for 2020. It's grow our audience, manifest, grow what we're doing already. And that's what I'm thinking, continuing on all the projects. The only new project that I'm starting at the very beginning of the year that Brant's going to be with me on is We Are the Core. And it's honestly something we've already started, if you think about it, through AEW Aftershock. So, again, it's like just growing the audience both here on YouTube, on the website, on Last Ember Press, getting people involved in all the work that we're already doing instead of adding more new, building what we already have and getting it out there to everybody. And that's my goal, is really just to expand on what I already have.
What? Sorry.
I knew it. He's obsessed now. He has a new favorite cereal.
They're addictive.
They're very good. They are very, very good.
They're very good.
Yeah. So look forward to a lot of the expanding everywhere. But there is one project that's going to be new that Brant and I are working on, a one-shot. We'll see if that comes to pass next year.
I'm going to close this before I eat too much.
No, you're fine. I was just looking for you if you wanted to expand the teaser on the one-shot.
No.
Wow, really?
You teased we were doing a one-shot.
This is why my newsletter is coming out in 2020. You want to make sure I don't talk about the one-shot.
I'm trying to chew. You're making me choke.
Oh, God. We already talked about that too, Debbie.
Oh, we didn't talk about Copa.
We did on previous Comic Book Weekly show on social media.
We're kind of in a wait and see point right now with Copa. January 1st, we'll ask us again.
Yeah, ask us in January, but I'm not worried. And besides, there's too many outlets all over the place. You don't have to worry about us going too far.
Yeah. But it is part of the reason why we started doing it on Twitch, too. So, hi, Twitch.
Hi, Twitch.
I don't know why I'm waving over there. I don't know. They're still right here. It's because I have Twitch open on this monitor over here.
This way. Twitch is that way.
Yes. No, see, wait, you forgot Instagram, which is right here.
And Oculus will go behind.
There you go.
So we can give them the full 360. One day, chats are
just message me.
One day, chats are going to be in. What?
Lisa just,
What? Say it.
Lisa just messaged me and said, "What one shot?" Oh, that's good. That's good. That's gold right there.
Really?
I'll fill you in later.
You really didn't tell her.
But no, she knows what I'm talking about. She just doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, she doesn't know what you're talking about. She knows what you're talking.
Yeah, exactly. Just say for that.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were in the know. You are in the know, but you're kind of not. Because Brant is horrible at alluding that you know what we're talking about.
Oh my God, I'm gonna.
My newsletter isn't coming.
I can't breathe.
No,
Any opinion on Bendis Legion of Superheroes? What? No.
All right, we're done. The show's done now. We're getting slap happy. It's the sugar. I think Brant's really had.
What's up, Joshua?
Brant's had enough.
I've had too much Pop Tarts cereal, man.
Too much.
Going to my brain.
It went to his brain, and just yeah. So I hope all of you have a merry.
Oh,
hold
on. Did you guys already talk about Klaus? No, we didn't. You know why?
Because
you know why? It wasn't a comic. It was a freaking calendar. No, seriously, it was 25 splash pages with no text. That's
See,
all it is.
Mike found the one thing we weren't talking about. And he just threw everything out except that.
Yeah, I was disappointed. They're homage covers, so if you like classic, like homaging like Days of Future Past and Back to the Future and stuff like that, it's cool to look at, but it's not a story.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I hope you all have a happy holiday, whatever you celebrate. I hope you have a happy new year. We'll be back next year with another episode of the Chris and Brant Show with more AEW Aftershock. Look forward to that, though. The last episode coming up this Sunday. Look forward to videos on my channel. Look forward to the We Are the Core starting next year. We just don't know which date next year yet because we got to hammer everybody's schedule out. And I look forward to all the comics coming out. You ran out of ideas, Tevya. I'm done.
I'm sorry, Tevya.
Man, happy Hanukkah. There you go. Tevya celebrates Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa to anybody who celebrates that holiday. We love all of you. I'm going to pass it to Brant to end it all.
Okay, so thank you for watching and what Chris said. That's what you're talking about, right? You're going to make me sing again.
Sing again, but I was just going to, amend the show.
So, yeah, everybody, you can, where is it? There we go. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, hit the like button, and where is it? Yeah, do that. Social media. Check out all our social media at Comment Frontline. And, of course, our personal ones at Brant Fowler and at Dark Avenger C86. So until next time, thanks for watching. Tune in to Aftershock this weekend, and we'll see you in the next year for
Don't forget to follow
Chris
us
and Brant
on
Show.
Twitch.
Yeah, follow us on Twitch. Bye. Yes, in broadcast. Thank you.